conversation here is imagined, but Jesus' words are not. All the words included here are his own, taken from the 5 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John and Thomas. We're looking for the man, not the myth. Who was Jesus? I'm sorry about the children. I had hoped for a bit of quiet.
No, let the children come to me.
Well, I wouldn't encourage them, believe me. They can be like honey in the hair, sweet but clinging.
Whoever receives one such little child in my name receives me.
What extraordinary words, teacher.
Then if you have ears, hear.
Well, I do have ears, teacher, but with all due respect, they're slightly ridiculous words you speak. I mean, and we all have a regard for children, but they're not to be taken seriously, surely, until they become adults.
Most certainly, I tell you. Unless you turn and become as a little child, you will in no way enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore you also understand that it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath day.
Oh, I do, but let's be honest, it's not just your views on the Sabbath, teacher. These religious leaders who you clash with...
They're whitewashed tombs.
Whitewashed tombs. Impressive on the outside, but rotting within. Well, maybe, but they think your own lifestyle is rotten. I mean, they say you go to dubious parties, the like of which they'd never dream of attending.
Can the wedding guests fast while the bridegroom is with them?
Yes, unlike John, your party is not built around ascetic rigour.
Well, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his life?
You ask us to risk everything on the possibility there's some life beyond the one we know, a life beyond our familiar routine of attitude and belief. I mean, it's almost as if there's another self inside us, through a narrow gate, waiting to be discovered.
So enter in by the narrow gate.
What, become naked to all I know?
Wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many are those who enter in by it.
Ah, they go with the flow like dead dogs in a stream.
How narrow is the gate and restricted is the way that leads to life, my friend. Few are those who find it, but...
But what?
Seek, and you shall discover.
Seek, and I'll discover.
Seek, and you shall discover. Peter once came to me and said, "Master, how often should I forgive someone who hurts me?"
Good question. I find once hard enough.
Up to 7 times, he said.
7 times seems excessive.
Not 7 times, I said, but 70 times 7.
Now, 70 times 7 is a ridiculous amount of forgiveness.
So hear this. You have heard in the past that people were told, "Do not commit murder."
Of course.
But now I tell you that whoever is angry with his brother will be brought to trial.
The courts will be busy.
Listen, when you see a cloud coming up in the west, at once you say it's going to rain, and it does.
Yeah, well, we're all weather forecasters at heart.
And when you feel the south wind blowing, you say that it's going to get hot, and it does.
Very hot.
Hypocrite.
Well, me?
Hypocrite.
Well, I'm on your side.
You can consider the earth and sky and foretell the weather.
Well, usually I'm not always right.
Then why don't you know the meaning of the present time?
This conversation, teacher, it's finished, I sense it. You've sat here in the shadows of the tent offering yourself, but now, strange, it's as though you're already gone.
I must be about my father's business.
Of course. So, is this goodbye?
Split the wood, and I am there. Turn over the stone, and there you will find me.
And that's enough.